In a world where hopium and common sense collide, starring the CryptoKeeper and BlockchainCrusader. Welcome to Debate Crypto. Question everything, trust nothing. It's your frustrated boy, CryptoKeeper, with the TA Thursday that's not going to be a TA Thursday. And yeah, I mean, we're starting off 0 people in the live stream right now. So Miguel, it's just me and you tonight, right? Technical difficulties to 0 people in the live. Oh, we're okay. We got 3 people. We are ready to freaking rock. Discord, we love you. Miguel loves you. I hate you. Okay, just want to leave that out there. So, Crypto fam, we appreciate all of you being here. I am looking forward to this evening because anything could be better than the technical frustrating difficulties that we were having earlier. Make sure you smash the likes. Make sure that you subscribe. Let's have some fun tonight. If you're in the chat, can I just get some fun encouragement? Just give us some encouragement. Tell Miguel he needs to buy XRP.
Woosa. We need some woosa. I just watched Bad Boys 2 the other day, and they were like, "Woosa!" They go through therapy. Dude, that movie's.
Let me tell you. Let's talk about it real quick on the front end. You said Bad Boys 2. I'm all about that life, that Miami life, right? Bad Boys 2 is a fantastic movie. B, what I imagine is going to be happening when I come down for Bitcoin Miami.
So you think we're going to be going out into street racing, shootings,
and running mass loads of ecstasy? Yes, that was exactly what I was imagining.
And KKK meetings. That's the intro to the movie, the KKK meeting. I don't know how that's going to wrap up into the Bitcoin conference.
So my dad's cousin, those massive cigar boats. By the way, Crypto fam, this is taking a little bit of a turn, but hey, you're here for it. We're here for it. Let's have some fun tonight. My dad's cousin sells
the KKK.
No, my dad's cousin's not in the KKK. At least not that I know. Right? Those massive like cigar and cigarette boats that are like $250,000 to like $5 million, like those. He sells those, and when I think it's Bad Boys 2, they like have that boat that's like going fast as heck at night, and they've got like the radar, whatever. He told me that the radar, whatever they have on that to basically make that thing disappear, is real. Like you can actually buy that.
Yeah, it's you can that exists. It just blocks out your thermal imaging, and then you're gone.
So at any event, Crypto fam, we are not here to talk Bad Boys 2. We are here to tell you all caps, Debate Crypto, all caps, all together, no spaces. Debate Crypto, 20% off if you guys want to go to the Bitcoin conference. Hey, I'm going to be there Tuesday through Sunday. Miguel lives there, so he's going to be there.
I'm already there, right?
He's already there.
I'm already here waiting for everybody to show up.
I know, just waiting, anxiously sitting at his computer, wondering when people are going to start showing up. But if you want to be there for 20% off, Debate Crypto, all caps, we would love to see you there. Miguel, I would ask what's on the podium this evening, but I'm going to leave you. I'm going to leave you out on this one. But why don't we just say this? The reality is, guys, we want to know, why is the crypto market moving up after the Fed meeting? There's factors that ultimately I think are going to stabilize Bitcoin. And we're going to get into some other crypto news, but let's look at the markets. I'm actually excited to take a peek at the markets. Let's start off there, and then we'll get into it. So, cryptocurrency markets, we are at. Oh, well, let me update this. I thought we were up more than that. Man, something else in my portfolio must be pumping, because I just took a peek at my portfolio, and excuse me, it was up like 5%. So something in my portfolio is pumping, because this says that the market's only up 0.71%. So I'll have to take a peek at that later. Bitcoin, 40,933, just about flat. ETH up 2%. Oh, that's probably part of it right there, since I'm like so heavy on ETH. BNB creeping up on that 400 number I always talk about. XRP up 0.6. Solana and Terra. Well, Solana's up a little bit. Terra down a little bit. Solana creeping back up towards that 100 number. Cardano, we need to get back up over at least $1. Work with me here. NFT land.
That's crazy that Cardano has literally been outperforming Ethereum and Solana on volume. NFT space has been blowing up in Cardano, and the price is actually under $1.
Yeah, no, I know. I ultimately, you know, Miguel, you and I have been talking a lot NFT stuff lately. That's the little teaser for you. We've been talking NFT stuff for a particular reason.
Oh
Just
yeah.
saying. Just saying. Might have something hot coming for you, crypto fam. And I don't understand why Cardano is lagging so hard, because they do have that massive community. Their NFTs are incredibly like
massive.
fair,
Yes.
inexpensive, like they make a lot of sense.
Cardano was
So
at $3 and it didn't have half the things that it has right now. And right now it's under $1. So in my opinion, really, really undervalued. Talking about NFTs, talking about
well, hold
Discord,
on, we
talking
got to
about
talk about Cali Tie. If you want Cali Tie's like, you're gonna have to buy some XRP. Are we gonna get a like from him this evening?
I guess not.
All right, well, it's worth a try. It
Well,
was worth
guys,
a
there
try.
is a new link if you see in the below the description of the video, and it is to our open free Discord for everybody to join to get some exclusive information about some crazy stuff that we're up to, guys. So if you guys want to find out what that is, start smashing that link down below, join our free Discord, and you're gonna start getting some exclusive information.
You are right. Join, because we got some heat coming for you. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I can say right this second, as we are working on things as we speak. So, Miguel, are you ready? I know we've had some technical difficulties this evening. Are you ready to at
Bring it.
least give me a little bit of TA love? Listen, TA Thursday, normally we have CBO Crypto on here tonight. Again, you know, we're not frustrated with him, but just as per the day has gone for me today, CBO isn't able to come on tonight. He fell off a cliff, died on impact. No, that's not happening. He actually just can't be here this evening. So, for those of you that took me serious, you obviously have not been following us for very long. Yeah, Miguel, you got a little TA for us, bro?
Not really. I mean, nothing has changed much, but I'll show you the chart that I'm looking at right now, right? Still in this sideways consolidation, right? Still between that 42 and this 35K Bitcoin. We haven't been able to jump back over this 42. We've come as close as 41.7, but we just can't get back to this 42K range. We've come back down once again. The RSI is not even at overbought territory. It was headed north. It's kind of slowing down right now. This is on the daily. Let me jump down to the 4 hours. On the 4 hour, the RSI was overbought, has come back down below the overbought territory. Let's take a look at the EMAs. So here on the EMAs, we're seeing the 20, the 50, and the 100 trying to make a push up. The 20 has crossed the 50 and the 100 and the 200. So that is a bullish signal right there. Hopefully the rest of the EMAs can continue in pursuit and flip fully over this 200, which is this represented by this green line. Let's check over here. Bollinger Bands, we were obviously in a small contraction here on the 4 hours, and then we've had an expansion phase and we've grown back up here. So let's see if the RSI cools off, and we might have another run up for that. What's the word? The to the that 42K level up here, right? This is massive. We need to take over this 42. We really need to start making our way back up to 52, but you know, one step at a time. 42 would be the first way to get above, and we have to stay above. Look how many times we've come above it, and every time we retest, we had a retest here, we bounced, and then we broke back down. This one we broke out, we retested, we broke down, right? You could almost say that we have kind of a little double bottom right here. Boop, boop, a little W action, right? Going on right there. A little butt cheeks action going on. That maybe might squeeze us. You know, if we squeeze tight enough, we might go right back up and skyrocket. But who knows?
Just want to say, apparently, just want to throw this out there. Apparently, we have not made everyone in the chat happy. So, you know, just can't please everybody. But hey, we are glad you're here anyway. Hopefully, we earned a new follower from our incredible comedy. But if you're not here for comedy and you are here for crypto, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's talk some crypto markets after the Fed decision. So why the crypto market bloomed after the Fed decision. Dun, da, da, da. Bitcoin and the crypto market trend to the upside on Wednesday. The Federal Reserve announced a raise by 25 basis points. The Fed Chair Powell said at the news conference, which we've talked about, but we're attentive to the risks of further upward pressure on inflation and inflation expectations. The committee is determined to take measures necessary to restore price stability. The U.S. economy is very strong and well positioned to handle tighter monetary policy. Now, here we go. Technical analysis of the top crypto. Bitcoin. Bitcoin is trading in a range, but with recent bullish price action, with prices climbing above the Tenkan-sen Kijun Sen level. What the heck ever? Couldn't say that again. 39,828 per coin and below another cloud called the Ichimoku Kumo. That indicates where investors should look for potential buy zones. Bitcoin's primary support level is 37K, and if the price falls below this level, it might revert into bear territory with possible drops down to 34 or even as low as 32,950. If it closes above 41.7 today, however, there might probably be another rise to around 42.6. That's what Miguel actually was just pointing out here. The reality is, guys, there are the technicals do listen. We are heavily fundamentally based, but then, obviously we have TA Thursdays, which is normally what we do today. We do rely on technical analysis as well. And when these technical indicators come into play, what you have to understand is that I've talked about it before. It's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Yeah. Enough people, if they're looking at the same picture and are analyzing and seeing the same thing, then guess what? They're going to act in the same manner. Because ultimately TA is statistics. And if statistics say that you're going to walk up to a blackjack table, and when you see, two kings on the table, statistics tell you, well, maybe not two kings, but if you have doubles of most anything, statistics tell you to split that hand. Well, that's essentially what's happening here with TA. People are walking up to the table, i.e. looking at the charts. They're seeing the same thing and they're reacting in the same way. Miguel, let me ask you.
I would never split kings.
No. I know. Right when I said
doubles, any doubles on blackjack, unless they're eights. I
literally was about to say eights. So yes, you always split eights. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Trust me. I took my buddy to the casino the other day. I told you about it, right? A few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Doubled up his money. We had a good night.
Heck yeah, had some fun. Got home at 3:00 in the morning. Wife says, "I thought you were going to be home early," and then you say,
"Early in the morning."
Early in the morning, baby. So yeah, but Miguel, I'm interested to know. I don't think I've ever really asked you this directly. When was it that because I think you and I have I know you and I have a really similar story as far as dollar cost averaging into some stuff, jumping in quite a bit on the front end, continuing to buy whatever. When did you really start paying attention to TA? I know when it was for me, but when did you really start to pay attention to it?
For TA purposes, yeah. I watched back in 2018 a few people do TA. I saw the beginning of Crypto and the beginning of what's this other guy, the Moon Carl, when their channels first started, right? Yeah. But I watched it just to somewhat know what was happening in the crypto space. Like, are we going to go up? Are we going to go down? Like, just to have another basis of learning of what's happening in the space. But I didn't follow it. I didn't make any trades based off of it. I didn't do any trading at that time. So I never followed it. I just wanted to kind of know, okay, what could possibly be happening in the next week? Are we going to go up? Are we go down? Right. And then maybe make some small dollar cost averaging positions based on it. But there were always going to be long-term holds anyway for me. I was never going to make a quick flip out of anything that I was buying. But that's around I don't know what time that was exactly, but it was never a forefront in my strategy of anything, because I was just focused on accumulating, whether it was high, low, mid,
it's funny. It's funny. And I have no problem admitting this until probably, I don't know, maybe a year ago I would say, excuse me, about a year ago. I literally would have, if you would have asked me 2 years ago what I thought of technical analysis, I would have told you that it was snake oil being sold, right? That it literally was just just things that people could point at and tell you, well, it's got a good chance of going here. But then if they were wrong, they could literally look at the charts again and then tell you, well, this is why this happened. Blah. I really did think that. But what I started to realize about a year ago was that even if you truly believe that it's snake oil and that TA guys are just selling you, a dream, even if you believe that, there are actual indicators and things that are happening on the charts that multiple people are seeing. And when it came to when it really made sense to me, and I don't know who I heard say it first, but was when somebody said, because I can't take credit for it, that it was a self-fulfilling prophecy. And it kind of piqued my ears. I was like, well, what do you mean by that? And when they really explained, like, hey, if enough people are seeing the same thing and they are inclined to react the same way, then guess what? The market, as a general rule, can and will move in that direction. And what I'm noticing is that as the institutions get in more and more, we can complain about it, we can hoorah about it, we can be happy about it or sad about it. A lot of these traders with big money, these institutional players and these whales trade off of a lot of this same information. And so I do think it's important. I think it's a piece of the pie. I ultimately would probably argue to the end that I think technicals or fundamentals would outweigh technicals, but that's for another time. We're going to actually do a debate on that. And real quick, before we jump into the next topic, speaking of debates, we've got Gareth Soloway coming on this Saturday. And just to throw this out there, guys, we're going to stay at 7:15, okay? Monday through Saturday, 7:15. We just want to make it simple for everybody. 7:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But Gareth Soloway, he's on Around the Blockchain with me on Mondays usually. He's a big TA guy, and he's also into gold. And we're gonna have a nice little debate this weekend. Miguel, which debate did we decide to do with him? Did we decide to do the gold one?
I think we're doing gold versus Bitcoin.
Yeah, so we've got gold versus Bitcoin. There's going to be a little bit more. It's going to be a little more nuanced than that, but ultimately we're going to be talking gold versus Bitcoin with Gareth Soloway this Saturday. So make sure that you guys are there. We appreciate all of the support on those.
Just want to let everybody know, since we got more people in now watching, to make sure you drop down to the description of the video. Our link to our free Discord is there. Join that Discord. We got some crazy information coming out about a project that we're working on. Something pretty cool, could benefit everybody. I think it's gonna have a lot of utility and really help people out. Yeah. And overall, just jump in there for the good information. Definitely check it out, guys. And by the way, I actually want to bring something up and share the screen real quick about something that is happening today that everybody's talking about.
And real quick, in the chat, real quick before you get into this, in the chat, if you are already in the DCA fam, if you're already in the DCA dojo, if you're in the Debate Crypto Academy already, we have an announcement to make for you guys privately.
An even bigger announcement for you guys. Don't think we forgot about you guys.
I just want to let you guys know, like, if you thought we had a big announcement the last time, this one's like dropping some heat in y'all's lap. And I think you guys are going to be freaking super excited that you have been in for the time that you have, because we have something really special that I'm more excited to give you and to put out there than ever. And you guys are going to be super happy. So go ahead, Miguel.
So ApeCoin, right? Bored Ape Yacht Club came out with their own governance token, ApeCoin. I think it came out at like $20 per coin. Instantly dropped down to like $6. Everybody was hyping all over this thing. Guys, they are giving the coin to the holders. There are pre-sellers, right? People that got in the pre-sale that got in for dirt cheap. These people will dump on you when the coin first gets launched on all of these exchanges like Gemini, Coinbase, KuCoin. I don't know if they got on KuCoin, but they got on like Kraken, Huobi. So all these massive exchanges were listing ApeCoin today. Massive drop. Expected to maybe possibly continue dropping until it finds a nice floor price and actually finds value. People are being airdropped a ton of these tokens for holding Bored Ape Yacht. It's free money. And it being launched at $20, of course they're going to cash out. Of course they're going to sell. I'm not saying that this coin will not have a future and will not have utility or whatever attached to it. It could very well be a great project in the future. I don't have doubts. They've already proven what they can do with the NFT projects they've done. But right now, would probably not be the best time. Obviously, not financial advice. Buy all the ape coin that you want if you want to. Probably not the best time. Probably not the best time to be buying into this coin right now.
I mean, let's look at it, Miguel. The facts are, I don't care how much money these holders have. Okay,
It's free money.
it's free, exactly. So let's say somebody comes over to your house, they knock on your door, and they hand you a stack of cash, and you're like, oh, great, thanks. Well, the average person, no matter if they're going to invest it, they're going to take that money and put it into something, right? And so essentially what's happening here is they're saying, well, I don't know that this is going to be higher anytime soon. And the reality is I just spent freaking 200 grand on an NFT. So let's try to take a little bit of money back into my pocket. And that's ultimately what's doing. But let's be real too. The hype,
and it wasn't a little. It's already ranked number 50. Market cap is already over $2 billion.
Huge, absolutely huge. But what I'm trying to say is that getting themselves in the news, in the forefront of the crypto news, guys, if you don't see the value in that, I don't know what you're paying attention to, because that right there is how, listen, let's be fair. That's how NFT projects survive. That's how they thrive, right? We've got our Discord that we just opened as per the project that we're going to be announcing to you guys here soon, and we need a bunch of people to be in there, right? If nobody's there, if nobody pays any attention, then what good is the project? Even if you're giving away all these great things, doing all these things for the community, blah blah, if nobody's paying attention, then it doesn't matter. So being the talk of the town, it's the what's the saying? No publicity is bad publicity. And ultimately, this price dropping means absolutely zilch. And these people are just taking profits because, hey, it was free money dropped in their lap.
Juggernaut of crypto, DCA family member in the house right here, dropping facts. 15% of that ApeCoin supply is in airdrops. That is a massive amount when they have, I think, like a billion tokens or 2 billion tokens, whatever it was. So it's a massive amount of coins that are being dropped, and they got released at like $20. At least that's what CoinMarketCap shows. The initial price was $20. Instantly dropped down to like $6-7. So yes, people are obviously going to dump it as free money. Guys, make sure to hit that Discord.
We just had John Connor. We just had John Connor at a minimum jump into the dojo. I just saw it. Discord's beeping in the background. We got looks like we got a few people jumping on in. So yeah,
there it is. Yeah, you're right. John Connor did just join. There you go.
Welcome. Okay, so let's move on to the next topic here. Let's talk about some factors as to why Bitcoin, or how Bitcoin possibly is going to stabilize, because that's probably the biggest complaint that people have when they get into the crypto markets is, oh, it's too volatile, right? So 3 factors that could be starting a long-awaited Bitcoin stabilization. CME Group insights. Despite Bitcoin trading between 35 and 45K since January 5th, this range is rather modest considering its history of volatility, signaling the potential beginning of a long-awaited period of stabilization, according to the prominent trader and broker Jim Luorio. The push and pull effect leading to the stabilization of the largest cryptocurrency by market cap could be influenced by several key factors, which Mr. Luorio, explained in a recent analysis of the flagship digital asset for the CME Group on March 17th. The combination of these things could be what's capping Bitcoin upside, Mr. Luorio believes. One of these factors, according to him, is the U.S. dollar's recent strength amid geopolitical risk. We can get back to that in a minute. As the USD weakens and inflation increases under the influence of ongoing geopolitical turmoil, many people have flocked to Bitcoin, considering the cryptocurrency to be a safe haven against inflation. The second factor, he points out, is the Federal Reserve's continued plan to hike interest rates as it scales back its bond buying program. Recently, the Fed pressed on with interest rate hike plans after reducing its monthly bond purchases in December 2021. Following the 2-day Fed meeting, the dollar index fell as much as 0.6% on Wednesday, which, if you didn't know, that's a big jump or a big drop, March 16th, as per MarketWatch data. And here it is. Finally, the third factor of stabilization is the continued talk of more government regulation. As cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin become more regulated, accountable, and transparent, people will be more comfortable using them. Somebody said something to me earlier today, Miguel. We were having a conversation about somebody who is pretty wealthy and not in crypto. And basically the idea came up that, You know, there's a lot of people that have like a ton of money that look at cryptocurrency as for money laundering purposes. And when we were talking about it, what was said to me was really smart. And he said to me, you know what I told him? I said, what'd you tell him? And he said, I told him that if blockchain were to take over in the way that we believe that it's going to, you cannot come up with a more transparent way to actually run your books or do business or be able to see what's going on. And I want to reiterate that. I think it's really important that everyone understands that's Bitcoin. Cryptocurrency is not freaking about money laundering. Money laundering goes with the US dollar, the biggest Ponzi scheme on planet Earth, right? Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies ultimately are on a public blockchain. Like, you literally can look at everything going on. There's no hiding something. Hey, just want to throw out there that there are some beautiful, beautiful things that we can do with crypto. And if it stabilizes, Miguel, let me ask you, does it seem weird to you that we're starting to stabilize at such a low price? Or do you think, hey, we're going to go through periods of stabilization and then pumps and then stabilizations and then pumps? Like, what are your thoughts?
For now, I think that's going to happen. Stabilization, pumps, right? I mean, in the past year, I think Bitcoin has been the most stable it's ever been in its entire history. We've had
Probably.
long consolidations, sideways consolidations. We were in the 40s for a long time at the beginning of 2021. Then we were in the 50s. Then we were in the 60s. Then we came back down to the 40s. Then to the 30s, right? And there was long periods of time, weeks and weeks in between all these drops. Now we've been at this 30 to 40K range for weeks once again. So I think for now we're going to have these sideways consolidations and then massive pumps. But eventually, like we were discussing yesterday on What If Wednesday, eventually the market cap will get big enough where it's just going to be smooth sailing, stable the whole way through. So, guys, for everybody trying to join the Discord right now, please, for you to be able to speak in the Discord and participate, you need to go to under welcome. I'll say verify. Go to the verify channel. Make sure you hit the green check mark. You will be a verified user, and then you will have full access to the entire server. So make sure you do that if you're trying to join. There's quite a few amount of people already joining, and there I see that they're asking about it in the chat. So make sure you hit that verify. You go to the verify channel, hit the green little check mark that you see in the reactions of the bot, and you will be verified to join and discuss with anybody freely.
Yeah, Miguel, I'm pumped about the idea that people are actually giving credence to the idea that Bitcoin can be that stable thing to run to. I think it's wild that literally there are people that are looking at the US dollar and say, and not wild because I'm right there with them, right? But there's people now that weren't even in cryptocurrency that are looking at the US dollar saying, I'm scared and I got to flock to something. And what they're flocking to has traditionally absolutely ping ponged around like with some wild numbers. But what people I think are coming to understand is that, okay, I'm willing to accept the volatility because if you truly understand investment, investments, that volatility is what gives you opportunity, and that opportunity is what allows our portfolios to blast off. I got to tell you, and I'm very transparent about this, I have not invested. If you looked at my portfolio and then I told you what I invested, you would be like, oh my gosh. Like, seriously, I'm not bragging. I'm just saying that if you looked at my portfolio, you would probably think that there's no way you didn't start off with a ton of money. And I'm here to tell you that I didn't. I did not start off with a ton of money. Started off with a little chunk and I continued to buy. I bought big dips. And what ultimately is happening here is we're working towards that Bitcoin revolution. We're working towards that new monetary system. And I think Bitcoin's going to be involved in it. I don't think there's any getting around it. We are headed to a change in the way the world works and a change in the way the monetary system works. And I think Bitcoin's going to be a big part of that. So real quick, want to just throw out there.
I do agree with you on that. I completely do agree with you on that. And I just want to say that For the people having issues, I've fixed it for you. I will be putting in a new link in the description right now. There was an issue with the link that was being that was in the
Did you not
description.
put it enough time? Did you not put enough time on it or something?
No, it's something weird, something different. It's about membership access.
Okay.
But yeah, so now
Everybody's good.
Yeah, everybody should be fine now.
All right, fantastic, guys. Again, it's a learning curve, right? It was a learning curve when you got into crypto. It's a learning curve with some of the. I'll tell you what. Part of my frustration earlier was with Discord, right? I've got so many. Listen, call me a boomer, call me whatever you want. I've got so many different social media apps running now that they're left, right, sideways, up, down. But let me tell you, this Discord's going to be important. It is going to be important if you're already in the dojo, if you're already in the DebateCrypto.academy, hugely important, right? And it's going to be incredibly important for anyone else that is interested in, let's just say, capitalizing on some ideas that that the two of us sitting in front of you have. And if you've been following us for any amount of time, I think very quickly as we start to move into this project and as we give you more of the roadmap leading into the second project as well, we've got two things going on. I think you guys are going to be really, really happy and understand where our mind's at, where our hearts are at. This is actually and absolutely geared towards you, the people. And yeah, it's going to be fun too. It's going to be super fun. So I'm excited about it. We got anything else that we missed or?
No, I think that's about it. I mean, look, when you were talking about the whole Bitcoin thing, I want to make sure that I clarify. The reason why this is happening is because Bitcoin has proven, unfortunately, with an event such as the war between Russia and Ukraine, the people in Russia, their not their dollar, but their native currency, their fiat currency, has crashed from the sanctions. People were fleeing to Bitcoin. That is Bitcoin's purpose. A neutral currency controlled by no one for everyone. And that is what it did. It's showing its use case there. With the Freedom Convoy in Canada, same thing, right? People were not being able to donate money to them. Bank accounts were being frozen. People sent them Bitcoin. Nobody can freeze those assets. Unless you're a centralized exchange, you're not going to get your account frozen.
Yeah.
Also, Ukraine, people were evacuating, leaving. They can't leave with their assets. They can't leave with their real estate. They can't leave with all their fancy cars, right? They can't leave with all their stuff. All that stuff gets left behind. They're not going to be able to take their gold bags across the border. They're probably going to lose that, right? But they can take their Bitcoin. They can take their crypto. Not just that, $100 million was donated to Ukraine when no other way was being donated through crypto. Instantaneously, they started getting into crypto, and now the president has come out saying that they legalized crypto. By the way, they've legalized it there, and the reason is they want, because of how fast it is, how fast they can use that money to buy resources to help themselves defend themselves in the situation that they're in. And he specifically talked about it, buying more weapons, buying more resources, food, whatever it was, for his people so they can keep up the fight and keep defending themselves, and just how quickly it was. Bitcoin's purpose is being displayed to everybody right now.
Full screen, right? Like movie theater, full screen. And you know what I think I was thinking about? Let's even use, so Russia's obviously been invading Ukraine, but let's use a quick example. The ruble has absolutely just crumbled, right? Can you imagine right now, Miguel? This is one of the reasons that I'm glad that I'm so heavily, crypto weighted, right? You still have to be diversified, okay? Stocks, other assets. I don't think that you should just be 100%, weighted in crypto personally, but heavily weighted that way. Can you imagine if our currency tomorrow, we woke up and our currency was down 60, 70%, right? Well, guess what? When that happens, if that happens, almost everybody that's not in crypto or doesn't have their savings, if you will, in another sort of asset is in trouble, Miguel. And I think that if I woke up and saw that, first of all, I'd be sick to my stomach. I've got other businesses that ultimately, I do have to have cash for, so it would be a freaking nightmare. But I also know that that is the point of Bitcoin. That is the point of other cryptocurrencies. And yeah, you're right. It is on full display. There's nothing else you can say about it. It works. It will continue to be the answer, whether you like it or not. And the regulations are coming, and people might complain, oh, we don't need regulation, this, that, and the third. Listen, the regulations ultimately at the end of the day are a necessary evil. There's no way on planet Earth in any, I don't know where your mind's at, if you think for and even a second that our governments are not going to try to step in and capitalize or control or both on an opportunity like this. And if they look at Bitcoin as just a threat and then just let it go, oh, no big deal, I guess we'll just see what happens. Yeah, right. That's not how life works. They are going to step in, but when they do regulate it, it also gives clear-cut answers to a lot of these institutions that right now might be still sitting on the sidelines wondering, okay, what's kind of the what's the deal here? What's the rules here? How, there's a lot of people that are waiting to invest, when the ETFs open up. There's different modes of transportation, if you will, for these capital assets or to move capital assets into Bitcoin. My dad was talking to me today, man. I'm so proud of my dad, by the way. Went from, I think, asking some questions about crypto to then looking into it, to asking me some more questions, to seeing, hey, what would be some good things to buy. Calls me today, is talking to me about what is in his crypto, what options he has for his crypto IRA account. I was like, damn, Dad, that's dope.
Dude, that's awesome.
I'm really happy that you are seeing what I saw, a while ago, and that I'm able to help, hopefully,
guide you through it.
Well, ultimately it's selfish. I just want all his wealth there so that when he goes, you know what I mean? I just get all the Okay, that's terrible. I'm totally kidding, because I have 3 sisters and he'll probably hook them up for
But if everything crypto,
hey, they deserve it.
If everything crypto, they're not getting any.
That's right. Well, you know what? I forgot how to do it. But here, let me just hold. What are these words? What are these 24? I'll handle it. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Anyway, hey sis, all of my 3 sisters, if you are watching right now, I know you guys snipe the show sometimes. Totally kidding. I will definitely give you at least 3% of whatever Dad leaves us in the crypto investment portfolio. I'm a heck of a guy. Okay, what can I say? I'm a heck.
1% per sister.
That's right. I mean,
3% away.
What more can you ask, right? What a guy. So, Crypto fam, listen. If you have learned anything from Miguel and I, it's that we like to have fun. Tonight was not TA Thursday. We do apologize, but we had some fun tonight. I know it was a little bit different stream than we usually do, but the bottom line is this. First of all, sign up, join the Discord, okay? Make sure you jump into the Discord. It is, did we put it down below the, is it in the information?
Description of the video.
Okay, it's in the description of the video. Make sure you guys do that. Also, we put it out on Twitter, so make sure here, let me just post this real quick. Our Twitter is right here. Where did it go? Where did our Twitter go?
Twitter what?
Well, we had a little thing that said, follow us on Twitter. Now we don't.
Now we don't.
It says, okay, well, whatever. Debate Crypto OG on Twitter. But join the Discord, guys. It's going to be well worth it. We love each and every one of you guys. Just remember to question everything.
Trust nothing.
And until next time, hodl
like it's hot.
We'll see you soon.
In a world where hopium and common sense collide, starring the CryptoKeeper and Blockchain